How's it going, everyone? We are back with another video, this time something a little different. So we tend to work on all Toyota stuff. So the most motors that we tend to work on are 3TCs, 3Ss, 2RZs, and of course 2JZs as well. So I've had something that I've been working on for a little while. I'm waiting on parts and things like that, but we finally got this thing. We got all the parts pretty much in, and I wanted to show you guys the crank before it went into the motor. This thing's badass. All right, here it is. Brian Crower 3.4 liter lightweight crankshaft. Customers probably looking to make in the area of 12 to 1400 horsepower, maybe more. I opted for the lightweight one for the reason that I felt it would not stress out the factory block as much as their heavier crankshaft. He doesn't plan on drag racing it anyways, so figure we went with the lightweight crankshaft. But this is Brian Crower's Billet 3.4 liter stroker crank. I mean, these things are pretty nice. They got the leading edges and the trailing edges, all knife edge there, all 4340 chromoly, and we're getting ready to put this thing in the motor. So it's going to be a pretty nice setup. It's a full dry sump setup. He plans on running air conditioning and all that. So we also got the cylinder head for it as well. I will get some video of that. Brand new GTE cylinder head straight from Toyota. It's already ported. I'm ready to assemble it, and just a really cool motor coming together. So you can see here the lightweight crank actually weighs close to 48 pounds. If I'm not mistaken, a factory 2J crank weighs about 60 pounds. So actually I'm gonna weigh one. Let's see how much a factory 2J crank weighs. All right, there you go. Okay, there you go. Factory 2JZ crankshaft, 58.4, so almost 60 pounds. So a good 10 pounds lighter than the factory crank, or imagine a Billet chromoly crankshaft. So the whole point in my eyes is, spinning those motors, spinning those crankshafts when they make, 1,000, 12, 14, 1,600 horsepower. I mean, there's guys that have gone 5 seconds in the quarter mile with factory blocks. So at the end of the day, the bottom of the block is your weak point. So you basically want to alleviate any stress, any more stress than what the motor's creating, trying to produce all that horsepower. So that's my theory behind it. Use the lightweight crankshaft in this particular application. Again, it's not a drag car. So just to try and make the short block live a little longer, or actually a lot longer, compared to that way he doesn't have to go to a billet block right now, where it should easily support the 12, 14, maybe even 1,600 horsepower. So all right, let's get started putting this thing together. I'm good at jumping steps, so I had to jump a few steps here with this 2JZ as well. So as you can see here, I got this thing actually together already also. This thing is kind of cool. This is actually from Ross Performance over in Australia. So since this thing is going to be dry sump, we have a oil pump delete, and they make this cool front cover, all anodized black. Super cool guys over there in at Ross Performance that got us sorted up with that. That got us sorted out, with that piece there. So that's cool. As you can see there, Real Street. I don't know if you can see. Bad thing about GoPros is they don't zoom very well, but Real Street main caps. There is the crank. It has Brian Crower, mother of all rods, I-beam type rod. Hard to probably see down there as well, but so yeah, it's got the 625 bolts. These things are good for I want to say 1,800 horsepower. So billet crank, billet caps, ARP main studs, and this thing is together, ready to rock. So next cool thing, you can see there, it's got a Clutchmasters flywheel. Let me show you that setup real quick. So Billet Clutchmasters flywheel. He plans on running a T56 style transmission. So this is a Billet chromoly flywheel. I don't like going with something too light, and it's not the the factory flywheel that has that rubber isolator in it. So ARP flywheel bolts. This is all bolted up, ready to go. And so next we're going to assemble the dry sump kit. That's going to be next with the oil pan. So here is the dry sump kit. So here is the ATI dampener that we're going to put on there. I have it all disassembled right now, but that's what will go on there. This is the hub for the dry sump. Here are your belts. This is a daily dry sump kit, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with this dry sump kit, but what it is, it's basically all billet construction oil pan. We'll get more videos once I get this on and show you guys what it looks like. But this is here's the oil pump. They make all their components, so this bolts right to the oil pan. I'll show you back in that corner over there. But yeah, so it scavenges all through these holes. I'm sure you can see all these holes in there. The oil will settle down into the pan in these cavities, and then it'll suck through these holes here. And down there, there's a screen, a stainless screen that's down here, and then it'll pull it to the oil pump that'll sit on the front of the motor. So again, here's the oil pan. I'm on the back side now, or what would be the front side. So that would be the rear, this would be the front. All O-ring grooved. So the pump would sit right on top of this. Look here, the pump bolts right there. See those 3 holes? And then the pump sits and bolts right to this as well. So the pump will just pull its scavenge sections right from here. Then of course you have the oil tank that we have to get as well, and then the lines and route it all, and once it's in the car and everything from there. So pretty cool setup. This is a really nice setup. Depends. It's convenient because it's all one kit, and you know, just super nice clean setup, which is what he wanted. I think it accommodates the air conditioning too. I think it sits further over, which is why this bracket's kind of far, if I'm not mistaken. That's why what it is. So next video I'll get you guys, I am gonna get the head together. Like I said, the head is all done, ported, machined. It is complete, ready to go. I will assemble this next. I'm gonna finish the short block, get that done with the oil pump, then I'll get it on an engine stand so I can bolt all this on there. So stay tuned for the next video of the 2JZ. I'll show you the oil pan on, and then what I'll do is I'll take a video assembling the head. Plan on having hopefully another video on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. Take it easy, everyone. Hope everyone has a good rest of the week. Take care.